Hello and welcome to the weekly Global Heartstream. I'm Gabriel Gonzalez, a professional coach, artist, and speaker who enjoys traveling the world, connecting with amazing people, and talking about the longest, most rewarding journey that you'll ever embark on, the 12-inch journey between your head and your heart. Through individual and group coaching programs, online courses, and live seminars, I teach a heart-centered approach to personal mastery, leadership development, and spiritual growth that helps people become the most loving, joyful, and powerful version of themselves. The Global Heartstream is a weekly dedicated space to help you reconnect with your heart, raise your vibrational frequency, and remind you just how powerful, loving, and amazing you already are. It's also an invitation to unify our hearts with the intention of bringing more love, compassion, and healing to a world that so desperately needs it. You can find out more about my work by visiting gabrielgonsalves.com, where you can also sign up for my weekly newsletter, join the Heart Leader community, and register for my upcoming seminars. And if you enjoy this Heartstream, please be sure to subscribe, like, or comment so that we can reach more people and help make this a more loving, compassionate, and heart-centered world. Hello and welcome to the weekly Heartstream. I'm your host, Gabriel Gonzalez, broadcasting live this 22nd of June, 2022. Lots of twos today, isn't it? Today, broadcasting live as part of the season finale of a series of Heartstreams. I'm going to be taking a break, summer break to be specific, and use this time to recreate myself, have some time for recreation and restoration so that we can come back late September with a whole new season and a whole new program for you. So today I want to welcome you wherever you are in the world. Welcome, Simona. So lovely to have you here. It's been a while. Hello, Ellen. Hello, Danny. In Romania. Hello, Pernilla. Blessings to you. Hello, Veronica. Hello, Irish. Irish, you made it. PJ, welcome. Yes, you're right, PJ. Very well-deserved break. It's been a very intense year. Hello, Cindy Hart. Thank you for welcoming everybody on this Heart Day. Yeah, it's true. Wednesday, it's Heart Day. It's the middle of the week and the middle chakra of the week. You could say Wednesday is the middle chakra of the week. How are you? How's your week been so far? Today, because it's the last of a series of programs that I've really been doing almost nonstop, and it coincides with the summer solstice, I'd like to invite you to participate in a summer solstice guided meditation. As some of you may already know, the summer solstice, if you live in the northern hemisphere, represents the longest day, shortest night of the year, also known as midsummer. And so from here on, the days are going to start getting shorter again. The nights are going to start getting a little bit longer. And it's also very symbolic. It's also very symbolic. The intensity of the sun, or the tilt of the earth towards the sun, has represented for the past few weeks an intensity of the light, closer to the light of source. And as you already know, the more you bring in the light, the more it summons the darkness and the shadows. The more you call in love and summon love, the more the forces of love summon all the forces of anti-love. So I don't know about you, but for the past few weeks have been very, very intense. I don't know anyone who's not part of my circle, my groups, my clients, that has not gone through kind of hell and back, going through deep processes of transformation, feeling as if a part of them is dying. The sense also of being sick, and sometimes people experiencing symptoms of COVID, but without really having COVID. And so it's all part of what happens, I think. when there's this acceleration of light into the physical body, and then the body has to adjust, and then only that, all the unlovingness begins to come up. A lot of repressed emotions are coming up to the surface. Greetings, Ben. Welcome. Hello, Suzanne. Thank you for your heart and your hello and your love. Happy summer solstice to you too. Geraldine Kelly over in Ireland. Welcome. Hello, Marilyn. Hello, Corey Thorne. More than existing TV. Yes, more than existing, more than standing out. To exist means to stand out, doesn't it? Yeah, it's been a journey. And so I think that it's really important that we acknowledge ourselves, how far we have come on this healing journey. All the courage that's required to stay so close to the light, feel the burning, and yet stand still strong. And again, the key is the heart. Why? Because your heart is inside of your body what the sun is to the solar system. It's the first organ that develops. Boom. It generates the largest electromagnetic field, 5,000 times more magnetism, and at least 50 to 60 times more electricity than the brain. And so your heart powers the entire system. Yes, it's part of an entire system. The brain is important. The hemispheres of the brain, the glandular system is important. The chakra, subtle body system is important. The muscles, the bones, the tissues, everything. The ego, even the ego, the personality, our ego mechanism is all part of it. And what's more important than ever is just to understand it as part of the divine design, as part of our survival system that we have here, but also as part of a system that gets in the way of love most of the time, because anything that keeps you safe will ultimately keep you from getting what you want. So if in the past you open your heart to somebody and they hurt you, they betrayed you, they abandoned you, whatever, okay, then you close that heart to avoid or to keep yourself from getting hurt again. And then keeping your heart closed is what keeps you from welcoming new love in. So it's like the paradox. You want love, but you want to keep your heart closed because it's safer that way. And it is safer that way. But, you know, how can you let the air inside of your house if you do not open the windows? And that's what we're really here to do every Wednesday. All right, so before we go into our solstice process, I want to ask you a question. Before I go on this break that'll be going on this next, pretty much the month of July and August and even part of September, because by the way, September, I am going to be walking the Camino de Santiago. We'll be conducting the second pilgrimage of the heart from the 9th to the 20th of September. There are still spaces available if you'd like to be a part of it, okay? I know Simona, who's here with us in this broadcast, she was part of last year's group. She was part of the first group ever. And she was also the fastest walker. She arrived before everybody. When we arrived at the town, Simona was already there drinking her pina coladas, waiting for everybody to arrive. All right, so this is happening in September, and as I said, there's still spaces available. And then also, if you're somebody that is interested in becoming a different kind of a leader, what I call a heart leader, okay, someone who not only follows their heart, but also supports others in learning how to follow their hearts. The next cohort of the Heart Leader Training Program will start on September 29th. And again, you can find out about both these programs, about them in .com. All right, so what I started to say, and then I got sidetracked with these announcements. I'd love it if you could, the next 10 minutes or so while we're here chatting, if you can tell me, what are some of the topics you'd like me to speak about, to discuss, or to bring into this next season of the of the weekly Heartstream. While you're typing in your suggestions, your comments, I just want to let you know that one of my plans for this next season is to bring back a podcast that I'm going to call Adventures in Heart Leadership, and it will be this type of format, a video podcast as well, and most likely broadcast live, just like this show is. And my intention is to invite not just these heart leaders that I've been working with, but people who are already heart leaders and well known, who are already doing this kind of work and engage in very deep conversations about what it means to be a heart leader and some of the challenges a heart leader faces. But not only that, also the amazing adventures of what it means to pursue the path of your heart and support other people along the same path. So this is going to be part of the new when we get back in September, when we begin a whole new season. So what are some of the topics you'd like me to speak about? I remember a few weeks ago, somebody asked me, made a comment here, because as some of you may already know, I have done quite a bit of work with ayahuasca and in shamanic circles. And not only that, I give credit to a lot of my deep emotional healing and spiritual healing that has taken place in my life through these rituals, where I've learned so much, discovered so much about myself, healed so much. And so somebody asked me to speak more about that topic. What do you think? Is that a topic that you like me to talk more about? What is it that you would like me, some of the topics that you would like me to talk more about? Corey's saying, okay, this is beautiful. This is when we're speaking about the word existent. To exist means to stand out. To stand out, Corey says, to stand out, a beautiful way to put it, as I found myself weirdly living apologetic and trying to hide. It so got in the way of love. Yes, I can totally relate. I grew up in a home where I didn't feel safe to be myself, and where there was also a tremendous amount of wounding, so I felt the exact same way. I was afraid to stand out. Yet at the same time, behind that fear of standing out and being attacked, there was this deep desire to be seen, to be met, to be heard, to be acknowledged, to be valued. Okay, and again, it's not that I didn't get any of that. In so many ways, I grew up in a very privileged home. Everything was provided for me. Yet, I have to acknowledge that I came from a family of 5 little children, and so everyone competing for attention. And my way of competing for attention was actually by isolating myself and hoping that my parents would come and ask me what's wrong. But that never really happened. All that did is just got me even more isolated, or got especially my mom, thinking that I didn't need anything. Okay, that I was okay, because when she approached me to ask me, are you okay? Do you need anything? I would always say, no, I'm fine. I'm okay. So I grew up pretending to be okay when I really wasn't. So I get what you're saying. Thank you for sharing that. Irish says, your comments are coming in. Irish says, shadow work. I know you have covered it, but like to embrace it more deeply. Okay, great. Yeah, this is a topic we discuss at great length in my my introductory program within the Heart Leader Academy, which is called the Heart Warrior Training. In fact, yesterday and today we completed the last cohort, which was really, really beautiful. And then today, actually, we wrapped up the cohort that's in Spanish, because for the first time ever, we ran a pilot of the Heart Warrior Training Program, and we had some amazing people from Spain, from South America, from Venezuela, even from Florida. And it was really, really, really special. And it was a challenge for me, I have to say, because I grew into this work. I went through my heart awakening process when I turned 40 in South Africa. And so all these learnings and all my healing, I learned all of this work in English. So teaching in Spanish, I really required a small group of Spanish speakers that were bilingual, some of them, to help me translate some of these phrases, and it was really amazing. And so I feel very excited about the new program that will be starting in also late October, the Heart Warrior, and because it's paved the way for Heart Leader also to be done in Spanish. That's a great idea. Shadow work. Okay. PJ say forgiveness. Yes. One of the most underrated spiritual practices. Everybody talks about it. Hardly anybody does it. Yep. Great. Marilyn says, yes, I would like to know more about your experience. I'm assuming you are speaking about ayahuasca. Okay, great. Nice to know that. Irish also says, yes, I'd love to know more about shamanic healing and embracing of the heart yearnings. Yes. Lila showing up now. Lila, you're late. Blessed Wednesday, Gabs, and everyone. Blessed love. Thanks for being with us today. So, Lila, I'm asking a question from participants today as we're wrapping up this series for the season. What kind of topics would you like me to talk about when we come back in September? Good evening from London, Micheline. I hope I'm pronouncing your name right. Marilyn says yes, shadow work as well. Okay, wonderful. Corey says vibration and frequency and mandala effect. Yes, all completely interrelated. In addition to that, something that I'm planning to bring and start talking more about, it's what is known as subtle science or vibration science, subtle energy science. It's incredibly powerful. Ellen says, honoring our truth. Yep. All related to all these topics, in many ways related to the heart. Okay, great. Well, if there are any more topics, keep them coming. I'm going to, I'm going to download the chat and all these different topics and take notes after this is over and over the next few days. In the meantime, I'm quite busy the rest of this week. Just want to let you know that I'm being visited right now by a group of my students of the Heart Leader Training Program, and we're having our first visioning gathering, I guess I could call it that. And after meeting so many wonderful and amazing people over the past few years that we met through the internet, and they joined my training programs and courses. Excuse me. They're finally here in Granada, and so we're having a really wonderful time today. It was all about connecting with ourselves. For the next few days, we're going to continue to work on the individual visions that all the leaders have for their lives, and then the greater global vision that I have received for this work. And this is something that I'll be also mentioning more next year, and you'll understand me better next year when I speak about it. Unfortunately, I cannot reveal a whole lot at this moment. It's kind of like the cake still in the oven being cooked, okay, so I can't quite eat it yet. But definitely, it's really a very rewarding and amazing time. And what a wonderful way also to wrap up this cycle as well. Ellen says, spirit guides. Okay, spirit guides. What about animal guides? I had somebody email me a question a few weeks ago about animal guides, and this person wanted to know my opinion because she's Catholic. And the priest in her community told her that animal guides are a work of the devil. She was also asking me about chakras. The priest in her parish told her the same thing. It's like, this is the way how the devil enters into your heart and your consciousness through these kind of things. And should I be doing full moon meditations and this or that? And so we went into deep discussion on that topic, really just getting down to first the science to the history. because it's very important to understand both of things so that you can understand why these different perspectives. Yes, okay, so animal spirits also hit another one. Okay, Marilyn says courage and speak our truth. Yeah, being true to yourself. Yeah, great. These are all topics again that are very much part of this series of conversations. Okay, well, keep them coming. Connie says one of my animal guides turned out to be a donkey. I learned so much about myself through the donkey. You know, it's funny. I was talking today to one of my students, and she was actually telling me that one of her animal guides is actually a mule, and not only just like a mule, but a mule that she actually owned at one point, who became like her spiritual teachers. Absolutely. Well, you think about the donkey is very much embedded within the Christian tradition. You know, when some people tell me like, "Oh, it's not Catholic to have an animal spirit," I'm like, "Yeah, really?" You know, didn't Jesus have a donkey? And didn't that donkey symbolize something very powerful? Didn't it symbolize humility and strength and stubbornness, or the willingness to commit to his path? You know, who goes with such level of the determination, basically towards their own life mission and ultimate death? You know, so again, it's not the animal itself, it's the meaning that we attribute to the animals, and not only that, but also the mythology and what's also embedded or ingrained within our collective consciousness about these different animals. Just to give you an example, I mean, I remember I once spoke to a Buddhist monk when I went to a Buddhist meditation center, and I asked him, how do you meditate? And he said to me, get a cat. The cat will show you how to meditate. It's true. It's true. Watch the cats. They are master meditators. They're like Zen masters. Well, obviously, some cats more than others. You know, I guess you could say the same thing. Like, you know, how do you love? You know, how do you express your joy? Get a dog. Master teachers on playfulness and joy and give and love. Okay. How can you get a teacher to teach you how to honor your own truth? Get a cat. Cats are like that. They like you, they show it. They don't like you, they walk away. They ignore you. They're not out there trying to please you. They're out there just to be themselves wherever they go, and love me or leave me. I don't care. I'm just going to be who I am, and I'm going to honor myself, my needs, my instincts. PJ laughs. Yeah, there you go. PJ says the Holy Spirit is portrayed as a dove. Exactly. Yeah. So when somebody from the Catholic faith, or any faith for that matter, you know, says to you, "Oh, this is a work of the devil," it's like, no. God is in nature. God is in every animal. You know, there's no part of nature, of the creation, where the creator is not. Even in the shadows, for those of you who were interested in the topic of shadows, it says it in Psalms, to him, both the darkness and the light are alike. Okay, so to him, to the one, there is only one power, only one presence. To him, to the one. Both what you think it's, you know, your the wonderful things about you, or your darkest secrets, they're equally part of the one. Nature is exactly the same way. All right, so with this as a kind of like as an introduction for today's guided meditation, let us move into a meditative space. Once again, today celebrating not only the summer solstice, but also celebrating in many ways the return or the decrease, you would say, of the light. Just like we celebrate during the winter solstice, the return of the light. You can celebrate like the light is now decreasing its intensity, and I can like rest. Let us begin. What I'd like to do is start today's process with a fractal breath. If you've been listening to me for a while, if you've been participating in my classes, this is a technique that I teach as part of an advanced level of coherence. And what we're doing is we're basically breathing in and out of the heart. But instead of breathing with a nice even rhythm, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, we're going to breathe in a fractal pattern. And the fractal pattern that we breathe into is the golden means ratio, 1.618 mathematically. So the pattern is instead 8 beats in. I'm going to count them for you so you don't have to worry about counting them. We're going to inhale on 8, exhale on 8. And the second breath, we inhale on 5 beats and we exhale on 5. The third breath, we inhale on 3 beats, exhale on 3 beats. The fourth breath is just a quick 1 beat. Inhale, exhale. And then after that, we are going to return to stillness, also known as the 0 point or the black hole or that void. We're going to hold the breath there for as long as we can, and then we're just going to breathe normally. Okay, so the pattern again is 8-8, 5-5, 3-3, 1-1, and stillness. Now, to do this, it's very important that you first empty yourselves out. Why? Because the first breath is quite long. Okay, so you want to make sure you let all the air out of the lungs, and then we're going to be breathing nice and long and deep. Ready? Ready, Leela, PJ, Ellen, Corey, Marilyn, and all of you who are here with me today. Let's begin. Please empty your lungs out. And inhale on 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Exhale 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Inhale 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale 1, 2, 3. Exhale 1, 2, 3. Inhale in, exhale out, and stillness. Hold the breath. Feel the void. Welcome the discomfort. Surrender to it. And breathe normally now. Placing a hand over the heart if you haven't already done that. As you now begin to breathe slowly, deeply, and evenly in and out of the heart. With each breath, you let go. Release any unnecessary tension around the head, the neck, the shoulders. With each breath, you surrender more to the present moment. Welcoming thoughts that may arise, you welcome it all. You allow it all. Welcoming also any physical sensations, feeling the heartbeat, noticing the breath. Welcoming also any feelings that you may have as we continue to breathe in and out and establish a deeper connection with the energetic center in the middle of your chest. What the Chinese call the Lingam, the soul's temple. With what the Lakota refer to as the Chante Ishta, the single eye in the heart, the castle of Brahman. In the Sufi tradition, the man inside the heart, or the sun inside the heart. In the Buddhist, the flower, the jewel inside the lotus. In our Christian tradition, the Sacred Heart of Mary, the Sacred Heart of Christ, or the eternal heart of the One, the central sun. As you breathe in and out, take a moment to activate the feeling of gratitude and appreciation by thinking about the past 3 months, especially the past 3 months. When we were transitioning into spring, flowers were blooming. Or if you're in the south, the opposite was happening. And we were initiating this new season towards greater intensity of the sun, towards more activity, more movement. And just take a moment to think about all those events of the past 3 months that stretched you, challenged you, triggered you. And that by God's grace and your own resolve, you transcend it. You overcame it, and you grew stronger as a result. Acknowledge how much you've grown this past 3 months. Feel gratitude for all that it's taken for you to get this far. With the awareness that you did not get this far to get this far, that there's still more to come, and that we're even now transitioning into a new season, a new cycle. Feel gratitude, not only what you overcame, what made you stronger, but also for those special people in your life that love you, that got your back, that part of your support team, your inner circle. Feel gratitude for that. Send them waves of appreciation from your heart. You know who they are. You know who you are. Feel gratitude also for the support of those spiritual guides, unseen divine forces that guide our destiny. Not just the support of ascended masters, gurus, teachers, avatars whose teachings we follow and guide us, but also of your ancestors, those that came before you. They were so that you are. They lived their life so you could be. See yourself honoring them, bowing to them, appreciating them. For you're part of them, and in many ways you are the answer to their prayers. Feel gratitude also for the divine within you, your own Holy Christ self, your own divine essence, that in perfect alignment with your source continues to guide you through your heart. For your heart is that connecting point with your own higher self, Christ self, Buddha nature, Atman presence, whatever you choose to call it. It's your heart. Your heart is that messenger, that messaging center. Feel gratitude also for your heart. Yeah. Because physically it has the capacity to call your attention. Emotionally, it has the capacity to draw you in. It's at the center of an intelligence called your emotional guidance system. One that Esther and Jerry Hicks often speak about, that guides you. And you know when you're in alignment because there's a sense of peace and joy. And you know where you're out of alignment because there's a sense of struggle and pain. Feel gratitude for that. And feel gratitude also for all that's new, that's beginning to show in your life. Just like at the darkest of dawn, when we begin to see signs that the sun will be rising soon, and it begins to clear very so lightly. In the same way, there's new relationships being formed, all relationships being strengthened. There's new projects, new connections being made, new sense of inspiration, creative ideas, divine potential that's already starting to knock at your door, announcing to you possibilities for this new season of who you could be, what you could do, and what you can have. Feel gratitude for that. And as you continue to feel gratitude and finding things to appreciate and give thanks for, allow me to speak the following prayer on your behalf. In the name of the Father, the Mother, the Son, and of the Holy Spirit. And speaking on behalf of everyone who's here today, I call to the divine light of love to shine in our hearts and in all those spaces that need healing. In the name I am that I am, and in the name of our Holy Christ selves, I call forth the activation of the threefold flame in the heart of God within our hearts. Let there be love, let there be wisdom, let there be power, balancing, blazing, and expanding within each and every one of us. Let the light dissolve all unlovingness. Let the light dissolve anything and everything that is less than love. Oh, Holy Spirit of God, strengthen our hearts, strengthen our immune system, strengthen our vascular system, our brains, our nervous system, our glandular system. Strengthen every cell, every atom, every bone, every tissue, every molecule within our physical bodies. Let there be love, balance, and harmony. Let there be perfect communication in our cells. Perfect, assimilation, perfect circulation, perfect elimination. Let the harmony of the whole be restored inside each of our body temples. Holy Spirit of God, help us release and let go as we transition into this next season. All that's carried over. Anything and everything that we've still been holding on to that no longer serves us, and that it's out of alignment with who we are becoming in this next season of our lives. Let it be dissolved by the power of thy love. Give every person here today the courage they need to say no to that which no longer belongs to them, to that which is no longer a good fit, to that which has been outgrown and outdated. And let it be replaced by new habits, new relationships, new capacities, new events, new situations, new experiences that are in greater alignment with who we are becoming in Christ, in love. Let all the valleys of our own human consciousness be exalted by the light emanating from the heart of God. Let our egoic human self be dissolved and disarmed by the power of compassion. We may open our hearts individually and collectively to greater love. Know that we are worthy of love. Let this prayer go out into the world and be multiplied. That all of God's children may experience the same. All of this according to God's will for the glory of God in the heavens and in the depth of our own human heart. And so it is, and it is so. Amen. For the next few moments, give yourself permission to continue to commune with His presence within your heart. Paying undistractable attention to the love, the wisdom, and the power that emanates from your source. Communing with it, becoming one with it. So the one vibrates fully in every cell, in every breath, and in every atom of your being. Gently we initiate now our return to the full awareness of our time together. Choosing to hold on to this feeling of gratitude and appreciation for all that we have received, and the excitement for what is yet to come. Knowing that the best is yet to come, and that our job is to continue to be open, receptive, and available. Thank you, Veronica. Veronica shared. Thank you, Gabriel. I will miss you. Yes, I will miss you as well. Remember that these replays are here available in case you want to come back to them. And that I will not only be going through a process of recreation and restoration, but also, you know, a mind like mine, a heart like mine is never really resting. So I use this time to actually to create more things and to create space for new things, also new ideas to flow. Ellen says, till next time, namaste baby, have a blast. Yeah, until tomorrow actually. Lots of love and thanks. So grateful for you in my life. You're welcome, love. Thank you for being in my life as well. Ari says, thank you, Gabriel. Have a blessed summer. Thank you, Orish. You too, all of you. I wish you all a fantastic summer. Or if you're in South Africa, if you're in the South, New Zealand, if you're down under, or in South America, I wish you also a really wonderful winter for those of you that do have winter. Marilyn's, thank you. That was so powerful for me. You're welcome. Marilyn Deborah says, thank you. Deborah Galanos. Suzanne Lucero O'Brien says, thank you so much. You're welcome, love. All right, well, feel free to continue to post your comments on some of these replays. I do my best to read most comments. I don't always have the time to reply to them. And if you have some suggestions or ideas on topics that you'd like me to explore or to talk about in this next season, please also let me know as well. You are the reason why I do this, okay? And so it's very important for me that I'm staying relevant and that what I share here, it's also supporting you. Simona says, thank you, Gabriel, for this peaceful and heartfelt meditation. With your summer full of love. Thank you. You're very welcome. Cindy Har says, I hope you have the best summer. May you find yourself happy adventures of the heart. Yeah, I have a feeling I will. I have a feeling we all will. Danny, thank you, Gabriel, for these seasons. Love and blessings to all. You're welcome. Thank you also for being here, for your commitment. Leela says, thank you so much, Gaps. My best wishes for a fantastic summer. You're very welcome. You're very, 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 very welcome. All right. We have come to the end of our time together. We've come to the end of the season. And I want to thank you for your commitment. Yeah, for your commitment. Like Cindy was saying, and several of you mentioned, we've managed to create a community online here, even though many of us haven't met personally yet. But it's really wonderful for me. I feel so much appreciation and admiration. Yeah, that you continue to come back Wednesday after Wednesday to be part of this small circle. When we come back next season, I love it if you can tell others about our global Heartstream and invite others who could really benefit from those experiences as well, so that we can continue to grow, so that we can continue to support other hearts. That's ultimately, for me, what being a heart leader is all about. For me, I serve a kind of like a double role in this work, because on one hand, I run a coaching and training business in heart intelligence coaching, heart intelligence leadership, and so I train heart leaders. Yet at the same time, as a heart leader, I do things like this broadcast. This is my way of supporting others, guiding others to the heart. And so I serve a role of being somebody who is guiding people to their own hearts and teaching others how to guide others to their hearts. I don't know if that makes sense, but this is my way of being of service as well. So much love and gratitude to you. Yeah. Yes. And please keep your comments going so that I can learn more about what topics you're interested in. Have a blessed summer season. Use it also to pamper yourself. Create plenty of space for you just to be. Okay, where you can also tune in and tap into your heart's deepest desires for this next stage of your life. Carry a pen and paper and notebook. Take some notes. Okay, remember that ultimately a vision is something that you create. So use this time to recreate yourself. Make some very powerful decisions with regards to who do you want to be in this next stage. All right, my beautiful invisible friends. Once again, thank you. I will also miss you. I wish you a wonderful summer, and I can't wait to see you again when we come back in September, mid to towards the late of September, as I said, after I get back from the Camino. Please take care of yourself so you can take care of others, and as always, I send you all my love from my heart to yours. Bye-bye for now. Ciao.
Thank you for joining me in this week's Heartstream. I hope you're walking away feeling more connected to yourself and your divinity, to the planet, to others, and to all of life. Please be sure to subscribe so that you can receive notifications about upcoming broadcasts. And if you would like to sign up for my weekly newsletter, join the Heart Leader community, or register for my upcoming trainings and seminars, be sure to visit my website, gabrielgonzalez.com. Until the next time, please take care of yourself so that you can take care of others. And as always, I send you all my love from my heart to yours. Bye for now.